Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Listen, y'all, they dropped the trailer for the second episode of Heart and Hustle Houston. And listen, a little birdie told me that the word on the curb is that if you plan on watching the show, tune in about 8:05, 8:10 because the people say that they do not want the show that comes on before Heart and Hustle Houston to even get a sprinkle of a view. They don't want you to turn that TV on at 8 o'clock and then the other show still talking about on the next episode of. They don't want that. Be like, we'll wait about 8:05, 8:10, then we'll tune in. That's what the people say. Hey, what Smack be saying? I'm just the message. So, yes, that's what folks say. But in the episode description for episode 2, it reads, Alaina shows Josh her new studio and they discuss the next steps to heal their marriage. Manera reconnects with Norm, that's her husband. Chloe's memorial for, I think it's pronounced Navia, I hope, is upended by a no-show. And at the rodeo, Alaina confronts Chloe about her comments at Rain. And then in the trailer, Rose says this is her first time going to the rodeo. Alaina says that she enjoys being at the rodeo with the ladies, but she still feels a way about Chloe saying that Josh isn't fine. Alaina tells Chloe that she thought it was tasteless for her to say that her husband wasn't fine. In Chloe's confessional, she says, clearly you're not happy in your marriage if that offended you. Chloe also says, I thought things between me and Alaina were over, but clearly it's just the beginning. Latoya says, baby, they stress her out. She said her stress levels are all over the place. And Latoya tells Chloe that maybe Alaina feel like you can't pull a man like Josh. And Chloe's looking at Latoya like, girl, if you don't go and get these snacks so we can go on back up into this rodeo, cause baby, what? That's how they looking at each other. But hey, the only thing, in my opinion, Chloe can do is be like, I apologize. That's it. We were taught not to say I'm sorry because you're not a sorry person. You just say, listen, I apologize. You don't like it. You set a boundary. You let me know how you feel about it. So I apologize. I should not have said it. Regardless if it was in front of the girls and I think we just talking, you know how I am. I wasn't saying it to be malicious. It's just to me, he's not fine. She ain't even got to say all that. The only thing she got to say is, I apologize. And it's up to Alaina whether she accepts it or not. But if you come back to me after I apologize to you about this, look, it is what it is. It's on you thinking. Because I apologize. I ain't said nothing else about the man. It could have been other women at the table who don't think he cute or think he fine. But it's just that they ain't say nothing. I'm the one who said it. When I asked Manera, hey, is Josh fine? And she was like, I don't look at him in that way. Baby, I don't even know what that means. You ain't got to look at him in that way to say, oh, yeah, she got a nice looking husband. Or yeah, he cute or whatever. It don't mean you trying to get with the dude. You just say, hey, he cute. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Yeah. And I feel like the reason it bothers Alaina so much is because she has programmed herself to be what her family, their thing about, you don't let people, you don't look like what you're going through. You don't tell everybody, you keep cause Alaina is the one who says she always keep things to herself. She don't talk about what's going on. She has insecurities and she don't have the perfect marriage. Girl, that's your problem right there. So I feel like when Chloe said that he not fine, to her, that went up under her not feeling like she have a perfect marriage. Because most time people say, you have a good looking husband, you have the beautiful kids, a nice house, the, expensive cars, this, that, and the other. It's a lot of work that I feel like her and Josh need to do. And if that work says it's time for y'all to go your separate ways, please go your separate ways and stop trying to hang on to something just so you can say that you've been in it for such and such amount of years. Because at this point, it's not healthy, in my opinion. Because for you to be sitting over there with Labrina and when Labrina said, girl, I've been cheating on like a dog. This is my story. It ain't nothing for me to be ashamed of. And then you like, oh, I'm glad you said that. I was cheated on in the engagement. Then while you sitting there, you start crying. But you just told this girl that you good, you great, you ain't in that place. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So don't do this. I'm healed. No, you not. I'm whole. No, you not. You know why? Because you still crying about something that happened 15 years ago. And now that this girl said that your husband ain't fine, now you in your feelings about that. Baby, you gonna have to work on it. because it's not healthy. And for you to go around, you say with your mask on, acting like everything is great, that you gaslight yourself. That's psychological manipulation. Like what's happening? So I'm really curious to see how things gonna fan out between her and Chloe, because if you think your husband is fine, that's all that matters. It don't matter what the other women got to say, long as you feel like he's fine. And I don't know if it makes you really feel away, because when she said the people start laughing, I don't know. But you said it was tasteless. The only thing Chloe can do is say, I apologize. But hey, if y'all watched the first episode of Heart and Hustle Houston, let me know, okay? If you're gonna watch the second episode, let me know. If you on Twitter, I still call it Twitter, X, make sure you're tweeting. The hashtag is Heart and Hustle Houston I think it's Heart and Hustle HTX. I think. But they have a fan page. Go follow the fan page. And then, on the show, they have the little hashtag right in the top right corner. So make sure you're on Twitter. Like, try to get the show trending. If you follow the fan page, share their posts in your stories, so more people can know about the show. Because I do see people in the comments sometimes be like, what channel this on? Where y'all watch this at? Is this a new show? When did this start? A lot of people still don't know about it. And Ro, she went live earlier today, and she said it took them 3 years to get this show up and going. She said it started with Jesse Collins, and then I guess once OWN picked it up, it moved over to them. But she said that all of them loved working under Jesse Collins. She said they were nice people. They took care of them. They looked out for them. They told them what to expect when it comes to reality TV. They told them, this is your story. Go in being authentic. She said the people over at OWN were cool, but that Jesse Collins treatment was on a whole nother level. And if you've been watching the show that come on before that, you already know how they go. But yeah, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the show so far. Let me know if you tuned in to episode 2, and then we'll come back and do a recap, okay? And I'll talk to y'all later.